I don't care if you did just to get a haircut. It looks the same to me.
Did you notice how each successive person has to pull down farther? Yeah.
Mommy, what are you doing?
Father, chocolate is just the poor man's opiate.
German Fest is just an excuse for you and Sister Lenore to drink beer in public.
There you go.
What do you mean, can I squeeze another 100 kids in CCD?
Why can't you give a 5-minute homily like Father Gustavo?
By the way, we haven't seen these before.
Don't worry, I'll never tell the bishop you were the one that put glue in his preparation H.
I don't care what you say, I'm not getting on that Cubs trip bus without a whip and a chair.
Just sit down and type your darn bulletin column already.
Where's Sister Jane?
Quit making me eat at Taco Bell. I hate Mexican food.
Father Tim, I hate to tell you this, but Carol Houselander is so boring.
Thank you to all the staff. We're making me eat a Taco Bell. We're coming toward the end of our evening, and I don't know if you know this or not, but Father Tim does not like surprises. The irony. And for that reason, on the day of May crowning, the youth knights and I decided to prank the prankster. And so what we did was we took a pack of 1,200 Post-it notes, and we covered his car as well as we could in Post-it notes, and then sent a small picture to him so he wouldn't try to be running off to the hospital. So he's a little frustrated about the car, and also what we did was, have you ever seen those little air horns that go when you pull them down? Well, we took one of those and we rigged it up so that when he sat down in his office chair, it would go off. So, the Monday after the youth nights met, I was praying very piously in the chapel, and all of a sudden I hear Now the office was full of people counting the collection the weekend before. And so it made it all that much better when I heard, "I'm gonna kill him!" Later that week, I was sitting in my room calling and talking to a good friend on the phone, and calls started flooding my cell phone. And they were telling me that someone was using my number to call them and to try to get information from them, leaving all kinds of messages with my number and everything. So I was sure that my phone had been broken into, and I started to panic. I went and I changed every single password on every single online account that I had. I was looking for antivirus and anti-spyware software for my phone, and I was getting ready, just about ready to delete everything on my phone and starting over again. And then I realized the only people that were calling me were people that both Father Tim and I know. So I called Father Tim, and I met him in the hallway, and I said, okay, I just want to know, are you doing this? And he said, doing what? And I said, I'm about to delete everything on my phone. You have to tell me if you're the one doing this. And he said to me, never. Never, never declare war on a German. So, Father, if tonight is a surprise for you, and it seems like it is, it's all Marcia's fault. I was asked to share my experience in my first 2 years of priesthood with Father Tim. And it brought to mind a wonderful piece of advice that my rector would always give us in the seminary when we would meet. He would say, listen boys, whether you like it or not, you are going to turn into your first pastor. That line has come back to me a few times over the past couple of years. We were driving up to Chicago on church business about a week and a half after I got to St. Boniface. And we pulled up to a toll booth. And I reached over and I had my clerics on, so I smiled at the man working the toll booth. I smiled as I handed him his money. He said, let me ask you something. Okay. Why is that guy making faces at me? I thought he was joking, and so I said, oh, I'm sorry, we only let him out once every month. And I just drove off thinking the guy was insane. Now, of course, I've only known Father Tim for about 14 days. I was driving off, and he said, you know, one of the most charitable things you can do for a person working in a job like that is just to make a funny face at them when you drive by. I said, what? He said, well, yeah, see, it's the strangest thing that can happen to them all day, and it's just going to make their day. They'll go home and tell all their friends and family what happened about the crazy priest making faces at them. When they were driving by in the car, I said, did you really make a face at him? And he turned and he got that grin, you know that grin, right? He got that grin on his face and said, Father, welcome to St. Boniface. Maybe you've noticed with Father Tim, when he gets bored, he gets a little fidgety. And he starts like wanting to do something else, and it kind of gets out of control at a certain point, and then all of a sudden he'll just start barking like a dog. Now maybe you've not noticed that, but the first time I heard it, I thought of a little line in Spanish. It's a wonderful little saying. It's le falta un tornillo en la cabeza, which means he's missing a screw in his head. And so there he was, barking like a dog, and the line of my rector came back to me, like it or not, you're going to become exactly like your first pastor. I can't lie. I can't lie. Something about that fact makes me very happy as well. Today we celebrate 30 years of how Father Tim, in the fullest sense of the word, in an awesome way, in the way only God can do, the Lord has used you in our lives and the lives of so many. And 2/3 of those years have been spent at St. Boniface, forming such a wonderful, wonderful community that we all have benefited from in so many ways. And if I can think of a one-word summary for that, I look at the little mission statement of St. Boniface that you and your mission statement committee spent so much time making together. And the mission statement is, St. Boniface, a refuge of Eucharistic hope, healing, and devotion. I love that word, a refuge, a refuge. And it is what St. Boniface has been. Father Tim, is what your priesthood has been for me. It's what your priesthood has been for all of us here, a real refuge for us. This parish has been for us, a refuge. It's been your goal your whole time here to offer the faith in a way that is robust and strong enough to become a foundation for people's very lives, to become the center of their lives. And it's been such a wonderful, wonderful foundation for each of us. And that culture of faith, this parish and your priesthood have become a refuge for us, a place that we experience in perhaps the most profound way in our lives, God's intimate and individual care for each of us, in which we experience an authentic love, in which we experience and encounter truth and beauty, in which we experience and encounter the fullness of life, in which we really have a sense of being at home. And so, Father Tim, the way in which you have answered God's call, that you have cooperated with His grace over 30 years now, holding nothing back, has forever impacted our lives and countless others over the past 30 years. And you're fidgeting and you're uncomfortable, but we appreciate you so much. And for a young priest, if I ended up just being a shade of my first pastor, that'd be something to be proud of. And for this parish, it's a supreme blessing to have you in our lives. So, Father Tim, thank you for your presence in our lives. Thank you for being a refuge for us. Thank you for being a priest after the heart of Christ. We love you. Everyone sit down.